If you're new here, I'm Dee, and I've spent the last 4 years traveling and living out of my self-converted Ford Transit Connect called Lady Bugout. I'm now building a Ram Promaster high roof 136-inch wheelbase and have almost instant regret at how much work is ahead of me. Welcome to episode 1 of the van build. I'm only half serious when I say I'm regretting this. I am by no means a professional van builder, so it just makes all of this a little challenging and very intimidating. But because I'm not a professional, I do think that I might have some workarounds that you may not think of if you're used to doing things the usual way. If you're a beginner, you might find that some of the different things that I think up could be useful to you in your own van build. I'm just trying to do my build in a way that is simple, lightweight, and is still very livable and cozy and beautiful. So here's what I have to work with. This being a 2020, there is not a lot of rust, but I still am planning to rust coat it. It just needs a good cleaning. I'm going to be having to take out the walls, clean everything up. I was really happy that it was in as good a shape as it is, inside and out. Well, let's get to it. I just labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't lose track of where they might go back in. It just makes it a little bit easier, hopefully. These panels gave me an idea. One of the reasons I really like this van is because it had these panels, which I feel like instead of building out a frame, I could cut down on weight and cost a little bit, but then it made me investigate where the heck somebody got these things. And I found out that there's a company called Upfit Supply, and they're not sponsoring me in any way yet, but they laser cut flooring, ceilings, panels, insulation that is self-adhesive insulation that is environmentally friendly and all of that to the specifications of your van. And so I thought, I wonder if that would be worth the cost compared to what it would cost me if I did alone. From Upfit Supply, I ordered the Evolve lightweight floor for $729, made of recycled composite materials, and you don't have to drill it into the chassis because it's a floating floor and has an average thermal resistance of 1.13 and an R value of 3.43. I also ordered the Duratherm insulated ceiling for $386.75. It is also lightweight, precision cut with an R value of 4 to 6 with insulation. And I did get the insulation kit as well. The kit comes pre-cut with self-adhesive peel and stick backing that makes the install process simple and straightforward. They have 2 thicknesses available. With 1/2 inch thickness, you can achieve an R value of 2. And with the 1 inch, you can achieve an R value of 4. The cost for the 1/2 inch kit was $269. The total cost at Upfit Supply was $2,134. Now for the DIY comparison. I looked at middle range products for all the materials typically used for floor, ceiling, and walls. So take into consideration that the prices are going to vary according to higher or lower end products and where and when you buy them. For the floor, I see people regularly use 1 inch 8-foot furring strips, and you need about 8 of them, I think, which would be $10. Then you'd probably need 4 pieces of 8x4 by 1/2 inch pressure treated plywood. Then you'd probably need 4 pieces of 8x4 by 1/2 inch pressure treated plywood of some sort. And you'd also need about 4 pieces of 8x4 by 1/4 inch ply. Then for the ceiling, you'd probably need about 8 1/2 inch furring strips as well that are 8 foot long, and add that to some type of tongue and groove ceiling panels or something like that. So for the wood, the total for the floor and the ceiling and the furring strips on the walls would be $1,271. Then you'd need some type of insulation for the floor. People use 1/2 inch 4 by 8 foot XPS rigid foam board. Then for the wall and ceiling insulation, I typically see people use Thinsulate. And then add in incidentals of the 3M high strength 90 adhesive glue for the Thinsulate to be attached to the walls. Add in some screws or hardware and seam tape, which makes the grand total for the DIY $2,012 before taxes. What this essentially means is that the DIY version saved me a whopping $122. So I basically paid somebody $122 to do all of my precision cutting and work for me. So you might want to think about it. So if that just gives you an idea that that is available, there might even be different companies that do it for less. I don't know. I just got onto this one and it seemed like they could deliver it quickly and it was hassle-free. They were really good to work with. And I got myself a ceiling and a floor and insulation that I don't have to cut. And I don't have to use a spray adhesive. So I'll see, it could totally flop and it could look ugly. I don't know. But in my brain, it works. And so if I can make that a reality and if it's something that will ultimately work for you, that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to give some alternatives to things that I have seen in builds that have always been done the way that they're done. And people have their iterations of how to do that, and there's no right or wrong way at all. So I figure, well, if there's no right or wrong way, I'm gonna do my way and see what it does. And I will, over time, tell you if it lasts, if it's crap, if it's stupid, and I'll let you know how it works out. I'm just taking off all of these little things. I'll show you at the end after I'm got all of these from all of these panels off. That's my sister. She is helping me. I have dragged her into this. So this is a hard one. The ones that are in the wall like this, they go in a little bit, and she just has to shimmy behind there, which is more difficult than it looks. Here, maybe use the little one. I tried that. So these kind of come in all different shapes and sizes, and you need a lot of them for different jobs, like this one. That one was a hard one. And no, she is not the one who just had surgery. So this is what it looks like behind the panels. Not bad. It looks like in some of the panels, they had a foam that was adhered to here to keep it from reverbing too much. But I'm gonna have insulation behind there and sound deadening panels. But not bad. This is the other side. Now all the panels are off from the back door, sliding door, and the side of the walls, as well as these things that are columns. Now I have a collection of these little things. I didn't have any of them break on me. I would highly recommend getting these kind of tools. This one seemed to work the best for me. I'll show you, I got a toolkit that has a ton of these, and at first I thought it was overkill. It's not, because there's a whole bunch of, like these columns need a different type of tool, the long and straight one, which is over here somewhere. Oh, this one. So you need to get behind there, oops, and pull these columns out, because they're the little fasteners are behind the wall. So even though I may still have a little regret thinking about how much work is ahead of me, I'm so excited for this build. And I hope that this encourages you to consider finding your own way to do things if the way that things are usually done is keeping you from trying. Take what you want from what I'm doing, and if not, try to figure out even better ways to help the rest of us as we convert our dreams into reality. For now, thanks for being here, and see you next time.